For the last few years, the story in AI has been pretty simple, right? Bigger is always better. But what if I told you the next chapter, the one that's going to define everything by 2026, is the complete opposite? Yeah, get ready. We're about to dive into the surprising, and honestly, super powerful rise of small language models.
You know, this quote it nails it. This is a huge shift we're talking about. All that relentless energy we poured into building these massive do-everything AIs, well, it's actually led us somewhere totally unexpected. It turns out in the real world, the messy, practical world of business, these smaller, more focused models are the ones actually coming out on top. So, the big question is, why? Why is this happening? It feels kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? What's really driving this move away from bigger is better and towards something, well, smarter and way more efficient? Let's unpack it.
Okay, to really get where we're headed, we've got to take a quick look back at where we've just been. Think about 2023 and 2024. That whole period was basically defined by one thing, and one thing only. This all-out race to build the absolute biggest AI models possible.
And the logic seemed solid, The more parameters you threw at a model, and you can think of those like little knobs for learning, the more capable it became. This was the era of model mania, where every single new release was judged by its sheer, mind-boggling scale. But that era, it's fading. It's giving way to something new. So welcome to the era of small language models, or SLMs for short. And this isn't just some niche alternative. It's a fundamental change in how we think about, build, and actually use AI. So what exactly is an SLM? Well, while the giant models we always hear about have hundreds of billions or even trillions of parameters, an SLM plays in a different league. We're talking hundreds of millions to a few billion. They're purpose-built from the ground up to be fast, cheap, and really good at one specific thing. And make no mistake, this is not some small niche trend. The biggest names in tech are all in. You've got Microsoft with its Phi models, Google with Gemma. Even the smaller 8 billion parameter versions of Meta's Llama 3 are leading the charge. These are the models that developers are actually putting into their apps.
Okay, so we know what they are. Now, for the most important part, why is this happening? Why are they winning? Let's break down the 5 core reasons that are fueling this small model revolution.
So here they are, the 5 keys to this entire shift. We're going to start with the one that matters to everyone, money. Then we'll get into the hardware that's literally in your pocket, the power of being a specialist, some really clever new training methods, and finally, the growing need for greener AI.
First up, and this one is huge, is cost. Large models are just incredibly expensive to run. They need these huge farms of powerful GPUs. SLMs, on the other hand, they can run on just a few GPUs, sometimes even just on a regular computer processor. For any business trying to actually scale an AI feature, that cost difference is absolutely everything.
Driver number 2 is the explosion of on-device AI. AI that lives right on your phone or your laptop. For apps like that, speed and privacy are non-negotiable. You just can't afford to wait for a round trip to the cloud. SLMs make all of this possible, running right there, locally, no internet connection required. And the hardware giants are completely on board. Apple is basically building its entire AI strategy around on-device processing. Qualcomm is optimizing all its chips for exactly these kinds of models. This isn't just a side project, it's where the industry is heading. The third driver is all about focus. This quote really captures it. Focused intelligence beats general intelligence. Think about it. A massive AI that can write poetry isn't necessarily what a company needs to, say, review legal documents. If you fine-tune a smaller specialized model for that one specific job, you often get much, much better results. Fourth, we've just gotten a lot smarter about how we build these things. Instead of just piling on more layers and more data, developers are using some really advanced techniques. They can distill the knowledge from a huge model down into a smaller one, or they can use something called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, to feed it knowledge without making the model itself any bigger. And finally, sustainability. The enormous amount of energy that large AI models consume has become a serious issue. SLMs, because they're smaller, use way less electricity. That makes them a more responsible choice. And honestly, it's becoming a required choice for a lot of companies that care about their environmental footprint. So let's just pause for a second and look at this side by side. The trade-offs become really clear, right? Large models are incredible at broad, general thinking, but you pay a steep price in cost and speed.
Small models are fast, cheap, and can be deployed pretty much anywhere, which makes them perfect for specific, high-volume jobs.
So if SLMs are so great, does that mean large models are just obsolete? No, not at all. It just means we're starting to use them in a much smarter way as part of a hybrid system. Let me show you how it all fits together.
This right here is what a modern AI system looks like. So step 1, a small, fast, cheap model handles the overwhelming majority of requests. Step 2, if that model needs some very specific, up-to-the-minute info, it uses RAG to go look it up. And only for the really tough problems does it escalate the job to a big, expensive large model. It's all about using the right tool for the job, which saves a ton of money and makes everything faster.
All of this brings us to a completely new rulebook for building with AI. The old assumptions are just out the window. So, what are the key things you need to remember from all this?
First and foremost, let's just put it out there plainly. Bigger is not always better. The race for just sheer size, it's over. The new race is all about efficiency and practical application. Second, how you deploy your models, that whole hybrid system we just looked at, is way more important than the raw number of parameters in any one model. Strategy now officially trumps scale. And if there's one new mantra you should walk away with, it's this: optimization is now greater than scale. The goal isn't just to build a bigger rock, it's to sculpt that rock into something useful, something smart, and something efficient. Ultimately, this entire shift really boils down to one simple idea. We are moving from an era of theoretical power to an era of practical application. The future of AI isn't just about what's possible in a lab, it's about what's useful, what's accessible, and what's efficient, right here in your hands.